Here we go then, we're back into the action. We're just standing by for Sri Lanka versus China, our first Pool A match of the weekend here at the Namdong Asiad Stadium, Incheon, Korea for the 2019 Asia Rugby 7 Series. Let's take a look at our Sri Lankans here. Some superstars, Kevin Dixon, Desanyaka, and Pereira, but we'll notice the absence of Danushka Ranjan, one of their long-time superstars, one of the big names of the game. So Coach Matthew Lee, he's come with these 12 players. In China, well, they didn't do so well last year, picking up 5th spot. We've got some big players out there, and Ma Jong, of course, is probably the guy you want to keep your eyes on in 12. Had a stint with the South China Tigers in Global Rapid Rugby. Two Chinese players along with Shan Changshun. And this will be a good game, Jed. These two reasonably evenly matched sides. They finished 4th and 5th on the league standings last year, and they duelled it out a little bit. And on their day, both very good teams. Just depends on what day it is. Morgan White is our referee from Hong Kong.
Lanka, captain.
If anything, Booze, I'll say that China have got the potential to be much more physical than Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka's key strength is their pace, but who knows? Like you say, it depends. They can be a little bit temperamental, both these sides.
Ma Jong gets us underway then, and Dan Shadayan brings that across. Straightening up is Riza Rafadin, scooting around the outside, gets bopped down on the ground by Luluda. Big Luluda's here. Look out for Gao Bing, Shan Chang Shun. They've got some big, dangerous, fast men out there. We do know the Sri Lankans can go from anywhere as well. Got some blinding pace. Just a little bit of footwork there, and Gao Yinghao reaches down, tries to win that one on the floor, but little wee knock on there. So first set piece of the game. Look for a big shove from China here.
Yeah, these set pieces have always been pretty tidy. China, they do have some surprisingly big men out there. Shared the elevator with 3 or 4 of the team members last night, and didn't feel like the biggest guy in the room somehow.
Come on, Jed. This is sorcery.
Well, this is the new China.
They go quick, Sri Lanka. They've won a penalty, scrum infringement. Looking to work a little magic here.
Naveen there, he's up. He's up to get down.
There's 5 Chinese players there. He's got no chance.
Yeah.
God, they forgot it wide there. It was curtains for China. Some very nice curtains.
They swarmed on him pretty quickly, but look at that. Just straight into the loving arms of one of the guys who was actually in the elevator last night. And yeah, he wasn't letting go anytime soon, was he?
That's Luluda there.
He's a whopper.
Yeah. Feed by Wu Jiajun. Fresh receiver Han. Here goes Ma Jong. Puts on a bit of footwork. Off the right, 2, 3, 4 times. Gets finally taken down. He's a dangerous customer, isn't he? He would have benefited from his time with the Tigers this year in that environment. Great to have him with the Tigers out in the franchise based in Hong Kong. Look at this though, they get on the outside. It's Janiru Dishant, and they scoot against the runner play around the outside. And don't turn your back on the Tuskers, folks. They open their account here in Korea with a nice 5-pointer to this man, Janiru Dishant.
Well, two contrasting moments. One was all about the power and strength of China of being able to turn the ball over. And Sri Lanka showed them, well, you've got to be able to do something with it. And when we get it, we've got the pace to put you away. Look at that.
Look at the stride.
Oh, no, it's gorgeous.
Here, seven.
And the pit crew gets busy on him. The towel, the bottle, the encouragement, the praise. The kick is over, so that's a good, strong start. First real touch of the ball. Started from that scrum penalty way down in their own half. There's Coach Liu. Yeah, a bit of a disappointing season last year, China. We saw Sri Lanka and Philippines elevated above them. And just knocked on there by Lee. Yep, and then taken from an offside position. So they get another shot here, 4 minutes into this first half. Dayan gets things underway. Scooting around as Reza Rafidin. Chinese come in at them hard and try and budge them off it. They can't. Oh, there's a hole that closed very quickly. Good alertness from those fringe defenders. There's Gao, tries to reach over. There's 3 Sri Lankans on the floor there. One picking the ball up, so they go for the little chip. Good option. Giving chase is Naveen. Oh, beautifully taken on the fly here. He looks up. There's a whole bunch of white shirts streaming across the field to cut him off. They've done well. Going to ground is Shan. He's got some real gas. Surprised he didn't really have a go there. Getting it wide. Wu Jia Jun. Here's Ma Jong. And he just causes a little bit of curiosity in the defensive there with that footwork of his. Hang on, there's
down
a
to
card.
6.
Yellow card for the Tuskers. So 2 minutes remaining in this first half. Can they seize the opportunity? As we look again at Mahjong there, and here we go, back to the action. Gao gets it on the inside. They exploit the space that's provided, and they go in for the first try of the tournament. Gao Yinghao. And not the easiest of kicks, but they're on the board.
Nice tidy hands, good strong straight running. Look at that. Oh, that's superb balance. Lulu again, just giving that ball off. Oh, really, he's having a good day early for China. There's Lulu up.
The kick is wide, so Sri Lanka lead by 7 points to 5 here. Still Sri Lanka with a yellow card. Mahjong gets under that one. They charge through and try and disrupt it. The ref was playing advantage, so fortunately for Sri Lanka, they're going to get the ball back here, and they might be able to see out this half with 6 men, not concede any more points.
Important that China can get a score here. They can really push some pressure back on to Sri Lanka if they get to that break a little bit ahead. Perhaps force Sri Lanka into making some mistakes. That's one way it can happen. Of course, when you've got strike power from 100 metres away, as the Tuskers do, probably feeling a little bit relaxed in the mind. You can take a bit of pressure. You just need to get the ball. Oh, look at that shove from China. Goodness me.
Yeah. And Sri just run them out of space, knowing that the hoot is gone. They've seen off the second wave of attack, and they do lead China here. 7 points to 5 at the break in this Pool A matchup. And straight after this game, we'll be looking at top seeds versus seed 8, Japan versus the UAE. First chance to see the mighty Japanese in action, but right here, right now, there's Matthew Lee in the middle. New head coach for the Tuskers. Made a few changes. He's got the clipboard out. They China here, meanwhile, they went down to last year. They mixed results. They lost one game to Chinese Taipei, which is not to disrespect Chinese Taipei, but it was a big scalp for them. Out of sorts last year, and perhaps that's why they've looked to change a few of the players around.
Tuskers looking pretty serious there. There's a serious business. Grant alluded to earlier in the stream. All roads really end in Tokyo next summer. This begins here for those men and women who've got that dream. Olympic Road starts here today, this very minute.
Matthew Lee just coming into the job earlier this year. He's coached Wellington Rugby and Trinity College. Came in as the 15s coach, and somehow he's been arm wrestled into the 7s job as well by the looks. Very experienced 15s coach. So lots of changes in the coaching grades. Here go China bursting out from their own 22. Look at this from Shan Chang Shun. Bouncing off defenders. They've rallied well to get back the Tuskers. Good start to the second half by China. Sri Lanka still down to 6. And they're coming at them with full guns blazing. Han Jingji, number 4, reaches out and bangs it down. And they take the lead early in the second half, exploiting the space made by having a man in the bin, and he's just come back on the field now. Janidu Dilshan conceding 2 tries in his absence, but what a burst out from their 22. Shan with the gas.
Well, once he made the decision, it was pretty clear where he was going, wasn't it? They didn't get across in time at all, really, the Tuskers. No numbers there to speak of.
Subposition complete.
Kick was good from out in front, so it's China 12, Sri Lanka 7. China getting to host one of the legs this season, leg number 2. Up goes Lee Haitiao, and he can't quite bat that one back to his colleagues. And Sri Lanka now have the ball. They trail by 5. Plenty of time here. Crucial match in this pool really is the battle for 2nd and 3rd, you'd say. Big guns, Japan also in their pool, so this is a must win for both these sides. They would have targeted this as a key game. Now to Kevin Dixon, who's on in 7, trying to make some magic. From a stand start, Jessen fires that one wide. We've got Dansha Dayan.
Oh,
and that's
dear,
terrible,
dear.
isn't it? That's really sloppy work from Sri Lanka. They've gifted the ball. They've lost 30, 40 metres, and they've gifted the ball back to China.
There's very little reason to be giving China any invitation at all. Their eyes will be lighting right up at this chance.
Hang on, everybody. Here comes Big Gao Bing, this number 1. He's about 8 feet tall. There he is. He's not only very tall and athletic, he's fast, he's got good ball skills.
And he was the other bloke in the elevator last night.
Is that right? Big man of China. It's great seeing these big men in 7s, isn't it? It's not just a game for wily, scampery, quick men. And here they go. They're trying to make some space out wide for their danger mouse. Good footwork coming in from Shan Chang Shun again. Jeez, he's good. Straightening his Gao and onto the burst. And here he goes. Straight onto the field, straight onto the score sheet. Gao Bing and big men all around the world. They just relax a little bit more and they put the feet up, and I love watching replays like this.
Oh, there just wasn't the intensity from the defence that you would expect. But sure, they might have brought this fella down 20 feet from the line. I think if he'd stretched out, he probably still would have got there.
Yep. Sri Lanka with some substitutions. On comes Dinuk. There he is. China with the restart, and that's a beauty as well. It's a good kick, and they've won it back, China. Into the hands of Gao Yingxiao. He's got 1 try already. And they're using their hands here. They're looking sharp today. Gao to ground. Up comes the white line. They've got one over on the outside. This is Lu Luda, the other big man. Struggle to get him out. He's too big and strong for that. Armors out as Lee Haitao goes to ground, and Lu Luda's lurking out wide, and he just has a look at Srinath Surya Bandara, who's on the field, and he's done well to bring down the big man. And can they turn this round into a 5-pointer down the other end? They need to. There's 3 minutes left. They trail by 10. Now is the moment. Oh, it goes to Reza. Reza's going to go out of the way. Gao's not going to stop him. And he gets as close as he can to the posts. And that's blowing it wide open again.
Great comeback from the Tuskers. And they're giving their fans something to hope for. Just a little chink in the armour, a momentary lapse. Great desperation, and then out of the blocks this man came flying, and look at him go. Look at him go.
If he looked over his shoulder there, blocking out the sun, was Gao Bing. Sri Lankan crowd quite happy with that. So the kick was over. They trail by 3 points now. Front of the kick, a big mistake from Sri Lanka here, trailing by 3 points and needing that to be a competitive kick in the air. And they get in front of the kick, and that's inexcusable really with 2 minutes to go. Here's Wu with the ball. Just exploiting that left flank again, and I think the assistant there is giving the nod for the forward pass. Yes, it was. So,
well, here's a good test for China. Let's see how many of these guys are thinking about getting to the Olympics. And how many are thinking about just hitting the minute number 14. The situation here is tight. Sri Lanka have got all the attacking ability in the world. You've got 60 seconds. How's this one going to end?
On the bounce to Nishon Pereira, he gets going forward and he puts a big arm in there, fends, he comes back at him and he tries to bring him down. He can't bring him down. And that was Shan just struggling, did the job in the end. Here's Surya Bandara. Oh, he gets smashed in the tackle by Han. Still on the halfway, and they've won the turnover and the penalty, China.
Well played, China.
Critical. And now can they see out this first half, this critical Pool A match? And has the ref? Yeah, the hooter was gone about a minute ago for some reason. So that's it, the game's over, and China have snuck through by 3 points. They'll be relieved. And they've come out of the blocks here, and they've scored 3 tries to 2. They've done enough to get across the line, and that's what they'll want to do. They'll want to take second spot at least in Pool A. 17 points to 14. Sri Lanka now, well, they're going to have to beat Japan, aren't they, if they want to get into the Cup semi-finals. Stand up by for Japan versus the UAE. Up next here in Seoul, Incheon.